Right, so I wanted to actually try something a little bit different. Right now the setup I've got going is just the OTK combo. And while it is one of the strongest things you can do in this game, it has a very big downside of you really don't want to assemble it before you see which boss you're versing on phase 2. Because if you assemble it before you do, then you just have a 50% chance of losing, which isn't very nice. Since despite Buckler reducing all damage you take to 0, the Wool Demon, I can't remember the name, sorry. But the Wool boss in phase 2 does not actually deal damage to you, he just one-shots you. Which is very unfortunate for any kind of blind comp and comp that likes to take enemy damage, for example. So Ring of Indignation. Which, speaking of Ring of Indignation, there is actually something fun you can do with this comp, which I will be showing in my next video, which is a different kind of combo. Which it is the same setup where you have nothing in your deck, which is the hardest part of the combo to get, but it doesn't actually use Round Guard. Instead, it uses Well Done Stake to try and keep your health topped up, which is very interesting. I've never actually run it before, so I want to see how it goes. But yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to skip any passives I get, just because I want to prove that you don't actually need any other passives for this comp. Obviously, Well Done Stake is quite literally the best passive I could have gotten there, but I just don't want to pick it up this run. One of the especially nice things about this comp is that the change to bad cheese was actually just really nice. Before it was just a flat 20, I believe, or maybe flat 25, I can't exactly remember. And it was just, it didn't scale well into the late game at all. And now that it's a 20 damage per reload, it really helps propel comps that like reloading a lot between like balance and +2 +0. Sorry, +2 my circle. All of those comps just give direction to reload comps, which is really nice because reload comps are actually honestly very fun, especially with ambidextrity as the centerpiece. It's so fun watching this boss just get melted. Alright, and as you can see there, that was us getting lucky and not versing the boss that makes us instantly lose, which is always really nice. It's just such a satisfying comp to watch. It's so nice that those annoying pingers can't do anything to me. I mean, I don't need to, so... Last time I fought this boss, I actually spawned all of the dudes, which is kind of hilarious. This is another boss where having the round guard is honestly amazing, because he shoots once every 4 or 5 turns, and it makes it really easy to predict when you're going to need to reload to then take 0 damage. And look at how well bad cheese scales here. Like, it's just so fun. Wow. Getting through an 1000 health enemy again. I mean, it's impressively fast, honestly. One of the fun things which I'll be showcasing tomorrow is a different variant of this comp. Which, I mean, it requires a lot more support, which is not a surprise, because the round guard just makes up so much of this comp. And unlike this comp, it 100% requires well done stake. And you basically just have to out-heal the damage that the enemies are going to deal with you, which isn't too hard, but at the same time, it can get a bit tough. It's definitely much more dangerous, which is probably why it's more fun. It's the kind of combo that it's probably easier to assemble than this one, it's probably easier to assemble than this one. Just because it doesn't. Well, you kind of need to rely a bit more on having like a Nosferatu or a heal orb in that deck. Still scary taking those bombs. He does throw bolt orbs, which is kind of funny. And it looks like they were level 3 bolt orbs as well, since it had pierce and not overflow. Which I don't agree with that change, I'll be honest. I don't think the bolt orb was the best form of AoE. Just because if you look at something like Poltergeist, then like, yes, it has lower damage, but at this point there are so many ridiculously strong damage scalers in the game. Mostly short stack, honestly. I just have a problem with short stack. The damage differential didn't matter. And it's not as if Stone Comp was even that strong. Balance is a cool addition to this kind of comp. You just definitely don't need it. It's a cool addition when you're actually pressing the backspace button, which I'm not doing, but just because being able to scale +1/+1 every reload is actually honestly very strong. Like, it's a very good passive. I mean, you'd probably still prefer just to take Power Glove in most situations, but that doesn't stop it from being good. You know, like, Power Glove is pretty exceptional. What change would I want to see to short stack? Frankly, I don't know. Even if it's just something like it has a base bonus of 1 per crit, and then for every 2 additional crit picks beyond the first, +1, +1/-1, obviously. So if you have 5 crits, you get +3 -3. Instead of like just the +5 -5 is just a bit too strong, especially since it means you can take stuff like Mizucha's Shell, which doubles your damage output for what is -2, which should be a massive cost, and it does make a bunch of orbs like non-existent. Yeah, this is The two pads that I've been talking about, this is the comp that I'll be showing you tomorrow, and this is short stack, which should get nerfed. It should be nerfed so that it's more... Sorry, I didn't mean to take super boost there. It should be nerfed so that it's more confusing. I mean, let's be honest, the more confusing a passive is, the better it is. Like, although I can definitely think of a few examples in this game where that's not exactly true. And then again, you have passives like this, which is very simple. Well, actually, bad cheese isn't. It took me a while to figure out what bad cheese actually did. Once it was changed. But round guard is incredibly simple. It's a very good relic, by the way. Enhanced detonation, of course. That's exactly what it's called. I mean, sure, it doesn't matter. That's like the one time I've ever picked -6 max HP, I think. Yeah, so that was a fun run. Like, literally, this is the 3 things you need. I mean, you can technically have 1 orb in your deck, or 2 orbs with ambidextrally. But I don't feel like either setting up an auto clicker or spamming backspace. One of the unfortunate things about versing this boss is they actually do have a way to heal, which is going to make it a bit more annoying. I wonder how high they'll stack their buff to. I mean, you can already tell just how much damage bad cheese is doing to them. Does bad cheese actually show it? No, it doesn't. It would be cool if it showed exactly how much damage it was up to this run. Are we up to 300 now? Yeah, 300, nice. Dealing 300 damage to all enemies per reload. Yeah, that sounds pretty fun. Yeah, but I mean, the main reason why I want like short stack nerfs is just because like critting is just a bit too strong of a like with this patch. It's just damage that's been the main focus, which is a bit unfortunate since just straight damage. It's a bit. It was fun before the patch, just because you really needed some specific things. Like you needed to assemble 4 kind of orbs in your deck. 1 or 2 boss killers. Sorry, one boss killer, 1 support, 1 AoE, and 1 heal, basically. And you could substitute them with passives if need be. Yep, that was fun.